Hello lovely people, my name is Sian and I am the owner at Urban Stitches. Today it's just a very quick introduction to some of the equipment that you might need if you are looking to start cross stitching. Very basics, you will need a frame, you will need floss, you will need some way of cutting, you will need a needle. That's it, those are your basics. So, quick introduction. There are the standard, the trusted wooden hoop. We have, slightly more advanced, a plastic snap frame. Very popular at the moment due to the ability to hold tension. This frame is just a standard tension frame again, however it's a bit fancy schmancy because you can use it for framing your projects. There are other types of frame. There are scroll frames, that is for much larger projects. Won't fit on here, we'll go into that some other time. So you are going to then need scissors or snips or however you want to call them. They come in lots of different shapes, they come in lots of different colours, they come in lots of different sizes. The one thing that they all have in common is they should be very, very sharp. You do not want to use these little things for opening packages, for cutting hair, for cutting material, for cutting sellotape, for trimming your fringe, for trimming your dog. Please do not use these for that. They need to stay sharp. One of the other items that you may want to consider is a seam ripper, because let's face it, you will end up frogging. Frogging is the act of ripping out, because you rip it. So you will end up ripping out stitches because you miscounted, you were drinking, you used the wrong colour, you were too busy watching TV. There are so many reasons. This thing you will need to use. This one's handy, it's got a little light built in it, so it highlights where you're needing to cut. Handy bit of kit. First of all, needles. You are going to need these needles. It ain't going to cross stitch itself. Needles come in various sizes and widths. They may have different sized eyes. The eye is the bit that you are going to thread. The ends may have rounded, sharp or ball tips. Yes, there are ones where you can get balls on the tips. All have different uses. You will use different needles for different types of fabric and for different counts. We will go through counts at some other time. You will find yourself inordinately attached to a needle or a group of needles. There is no rhyme or reason for this. It's just something that we all do. We all have a favourite needle. This one is my favourite needle. He's a little rounded tip. He's very worn. He used to have gold, but it's all worn off. And for no apparent reason, that is my favourite needle. This here is called a needle minder. A needle minder will have two magnets. It could be as simple as something that is literally just two magnets. They are extremely useful because that will go underneath your fabric, then you will have your fabric, and that will go on top of your fabric. You will notice, because it's magnetic, needles love sticking to them. This is incredibly useful because do not put needles in your mouth to change your floss. If you are in the process of changing floss, do not get in the habit of sticking it in your mouth. Do not get in the habit of sticking it in the sofa cushion or the seat or the arm of your chair. Do not put it on your knee. Do not thread it into your clothing. There are few things worse than breathing in a needle, dropping a needle, and then playing Floor is Lava because it's a shag pile carpet and the cat's coming. And as with everything else, like scissors and snips, you can collect them. They can be just magnets. They can be cute little things. They can be badges. They can be snarky. They can be nerdy. They can be pretty much anything you want as long as a magnet will power through it. Another useful little bit of kit. This is a needle threader. For anyone who is potentially having problems with seeing the heads of their needles and the eyes, maybe you're just finding it a little difficult, this little thing will help you. You put the hook through the eye, you catch your floss, and you pull your floss back through. It is nice, simple, easy little bit of kit. Both my needle minder and my threader are from Chapel View Crafts. Right, here I have a ring clip. This is really useful. As you can see, these are colours that for a project that I am working on, and rather than just having them in a bag or having them hanging around in a box, just laying around, my bobbinated floss have little holes in them, and this little thing will keep them on together. I can attach it to lights, projects, small children, rogue animals. It is really handy to have. One of the other things that you may encounter as useful, let's bring back the trusty hoop. You have your work here. We also have Grime Guards. These are useful if you're working on a hoop because, let's face it, we are constantly touching our work, and despite our best efforts, sometimes fingers can get a little bit grubby and leave marks. A grime guard will help to protect your work from said grime. It is also really incredibly useful for rolling up any of your extra fabric and hiding it in there rather than having your fabric flow forth. Indeed. Anyway, that is it. That will hopefully set you off to start your cross stitch. Have fun, guys. Bye. If you'd like more content, please subscribe and like the channel, and I'll see you soon.